Welcome to our Safety Appreciation Lunch that we've put together today. And I especially want to welcome all the outlying yards, Floresville, Hobbs, Oklahoma City, Fairview. Sorry you guys couldn't be here with us today, but you're just as important part of our safety action as any of us here are. So we're hoping we can send this to you and welcome you into part of this celebration that we're having. I'd like to invite Jeremy to come up and say an opening prayer, if you wouldn't mind, Jeremy.
Dad, thank you for bringing us together, keeping us safe. Thank you for this food that's nourishing our bodies. Please help keep us safe throughout the rest of the year, and let us have another one of these get-togethers soon. And in your son's name, amen.
Thanks, Jeremy. Well, y'all go ahead and eat, and I'm going to drone on just a little bit while y'all are eating. Safety is not something that you observe just because Carla's always bugging you. It's not something you do just because the OSI is paying you. It really does need to be a way of life for us. And it's actually your own responsibility to yourself, to your family, as well as your co-workers and your company. We've come a long way in becoming a safer workplace. We've come miles and miles from where we originally started. Part of that has happened due to a just safer way of handling materials. The safety committee that's just gotten started. I'm really appreciative of you guys, Gary, Lindsay, Luis, Neil, and Jeff, our safety committee, that I think is going to be real helpful to all of you as a resource to make safety recommendations and have a direct voice to Carla. Of course, we all have that, but I think that's a really good step. We are doing pre-hire physical testing now. That's another thing that we can help predetermine who can and can't do a certain job. We have stricter limits on lifting, training. Of course, that's ongoing forever. With stop work authority, which we've actually really tried to make part of our culture. And everybody's taking defensive driving courses, so there's a lot of activity happening to make us be safer. But most of all, I think a change in our culture has given us this better view of safety. It's Carla's full-time job to be our safety coordinator and leader, but all the managers are behind her in making sure that we work safely. Our people on the shop floor or delivering product or wherever they are see Carla as a resource now and an advocate and not as an adversary. In the past, I felt like sometimes it was us against them, more of an adversarial relationship with safety rather than cooperation. And due to all this, we watch out for each other. We make great recommendations for safer practices. And there's a feeling in everyone that safety is of real importance, not just something that we merely go through the motions of. I wanted to read a letter I got from Texas Mutual. Texas Mutual is our workers' comp insurance provider. And they, a couple times a year, send an auditor out to come and see how we work and what we need to work on, what we need to improve for safety. And he was here a week or so ago, and I got this letter. I'll just read a piece of it. It says, "I appreciate the updates you and Carla provided me regarding your business and safety processes. Ongoing safety activities continue to include documented new employee job safety orientation, safety training meetings, JSAs, and facility, equipment, and fleet safety inspections." This is the part I like. "As usual, your housekeeping efforts were excellent, and all of your employees were wearing the appropriate personal protective equipment for the operations and activities that they were performing. I was happy to hear that you were evaluating the recent near misses and implementing steps to prevent future similar situations. Great job." Under suggestions and recommendations, he says, no suggestions or recommendations are necessary regarding my hazard survey or evaluation of your safety processes. The written safety policies, procedures, and rules are adequate to promote a culture of safety within your company. So we are doing the right things, and people that really know about it recognize that. So that's something to really be proud of for all of us. Thanks to all of you for making safety our first priority and reaching this milestone together. I want to ask Carla to come up and say a few words. Carla has really put her heart and soul into making OSI a safer place. She's extremely dedicated. She's never late. She's always here. She's on the floor. She's a great resource to everyone. She jumps in to help at every turn. I was behind building 5 the other day, and she's helping Lorenzo chop weeds, and she is engaged with her job here. She's into continuous learning, going to school. She networks with other safety professionals. She's on the board of the Permian Basin Steps Safety Group, which is a group of a couple hundred people that are from OSI and Devon and all these other companies that we deal with that meet to talk about safety issues. So that's a big deal for her to be included in that. And she's continually visible and available on the floor to all of us. You can't miss her in that fluorescent vest. I heard somebody introduce her the other day as our crossing guard. But Carl, if you'll come and say a few words, we really want you to know how much we all appreciate you.
This is impossible without all of you guys. When I first started 2 years ago, I thought, what did I get myself into? I didn't know anything about safety. This is not what I signed up for. All these accidents that we had, and now I look back and it's changed so much. The managers, they have my back now. The C-suite guys, I feel their support, and most importantly, you guys. Y'all the ones that teach me every day, hey Carla, come out here and look at this, or what do you recommend for that? And the teamwork that I see, that's the best thing that I've learned. I've never worked for a company that everybody was so knit together. We had an employee who had a heart condition, everybody was there for him. An employee that was dehydrated, and we right away, everybody stopped work and made sure that he was okay. And that's what I'd like to see, for you guys to put your input and for y'all to make suggestions. That back then I guess y'all were afraid to come talk to me, and now the door is like a revolving door all the time. Carla, come look at this. Big up managers. I really, really like that y'all are more open with me now, and thank you so much. Thank you for teaching me more and being safe out there.
Well, I want to say thank you for everyone that's put this together for us today. I know Sarah, Carla, Lorenzo, Ernest, Daniel, Dina, who's not here, but especially Tommy and Jacob, our cooks. Yeah. Great job. Thank you, guys. I would like to say goodbye to Natalie from all of us today. Natalie's been a real good employee for quite a while now. She's always been dedicated and cheerful and a great person to work with. And we wish you all the best in your future endeavors. One of the nicest things that we can see in somebody is that we know this person, we wish her well, we hope the best for her future, but she did things right. She got ready to leave us, she gave us notice. She spent the last week at her desk diligently training her replacement. That really means a lot. That'll help her in her life from now on. If you treat people that way, it comes back in good recommendations and just good feelings and good. It's just a right thing to do, a professional thing to do. So thank you, Natalie. And everyone, please say hello to Natalie's replacement, is Blair Thompson, who just joined us. And I don't see him, but we have Ivan Vasquez is a new employee in engineering, and also Jason Martinez in our painting and shipping over there, and Robert Fuentes, new field service guy. So welcome to all you people. We're glad to have you here. In case you hadn't guessed, Bert has a few words for us.
Let's start off just a little bit safe, since that's why we're gathered here and eating our hamburgers. Is there ever a situation where our culture can actually cause some problems for safety? I see around me a lot of really dedicated people, and at times I have seen us work so hard to make things happen, to get her done, to have that mentality on the part, hit the floor, that it's real easy to step across that safety line, do something unsafe, not because you ever intentionally do something unsafe, but you're trying to make it happen. And I just want to support Carla, for management, from the floor, everyone. We fully support and realize the need for our safety culture. When a person is trying to make things happen, they get in the rabbit hole a little bit, don't they? Y'all ever do that? Okay. That is where it is so helpful to have someone else come alongside of you that's not in that rabbit hole going, hey, that may be dangerous. Let's think twice. I would encourage you to give each other permission to do that. Give each other permission to do that in your life before they need to. That's a healthier culture. Spend some time, the next time you're sitting around the break table and going, guys, I just want you to know, when I get too wrapped up in something, I want you to come and tell me. I need that. I need your resource in my life. This kind of leads into my next subject. Price of oil is $40 a barrel. There's more stress in my life at 40. I call my wife and go, hon, good news, bad news. What is it? I filled up in the $1.95 a gallon for gas. Do y'all find that's true in y'all's world? Is this a stressful time for y'all? It is. It's a stressful time for everyone. We're having some people that we give different shop tours to. One of the things that we are doing, I don't know if we're going to follow through with it or not, but we're looking for some additional investors in OSI. We do not feel that will change who OSI is. We're just showing money people around because we want the most options that we can going forward. Price of oil is low. We want to deal with the reality of our situation. If you have any questions there, feel free to come and ask me. The OSI company is not up for sale. We are looking at joining some larger resources. We feel like that we have a greater opportunity as we combine resources. And this may be a kind of a bold statement. How many things at OSI have gotten worse versus better that we have tried to implement? OSI makes good decisions. We will navigate these current waters well. The way that we navigate these waters well is we lay our cards on the table. We're a pretty open culture. I greatly admire that. It kind of reminds me of a recent video I saw that I kind of like. Henry Cloud, y'all remember anything on Henry Cloud? 9 simple things that we went through during lunch. what was it, a year and a half ago? He was the author there. When we get into Pearl Street, we're going to pick some of that training back up. I thought it was really good for me personally, and I've heard lots of other people compliment on that. But anyway, Henry Cloud is a degreed psychologist, and he said there's a lot of tests that we can do to study the stress levels in a person. It's something about cortisone. We can measure your cortisone level, and that determines how much stress you have in your life. I don't know how it works, but there are scientific tests that you can run to determine stress. They did an experiment. They put this monkey into this cage that had all these bright lights, loud music. I'm sure none of it was that stuff that Kevin plays and shipping and receiving. It was a much different form of music. They had a strobe light in there, and they measured the monkey's stress level. Guess what? It was off the chart. Phase 2 of this test is they didn't change anything. They left the strobe light, they left the music, but they put the monkey's buddy in the cage with him. Took the stress level. It was half of what it was because he was experiencing this with his buddy. The takeaway from that, open up to the people that God has put in your life to be a resource to you when you're going through difficult times. Open yourself up. Be an open person. Don't be a closed person, and you'll have a reduction in your stress level. The last thing that I'd like to say, me and Debbie are extremely proud of the comments that different people have made. We have shop tours, and we talked about different people that we have brought through our facility. Every single one of them, they sit down with us and we start to peel back the onion of who OSI is. They come by and they say, oh, there they are, that one building. No, there's the crossing guard going across the road to the other building. And we start to take them around, and we start to show them our OSI culture, and we start to show them who OSI is. And it's not a bunch of equipment, it's not even a bunch of patents, it's a bunch of good people. And when they start to get their head around that, all the comments always come back the same. Y'all have an amazing group of people. And it is an extreme source of pride, the culture that we have here at OSI. It's very important to us, and it's a culture that I have seen every month gets deeper and tighter. The requirement level to hang with this culture becomes a greater requirement as we move forward. But I just want to say, I appreciate and I am proud of, and I always get excited when they go, Bert, let me tell you about what I saw in your people. I don't shy away from that. I know a compliment's coming. That wasn't always the way at OSI, but it certainly is our culture now. I hope you'll have a safe and a happy and a well-rested weekend. And you come back and you're ready to hit it Monday. I believe in what we're doing, and I greatly, greatly appreciate your input and your friendship for one another, because that's what builds this organization. Thank you. Enjoy your weekend.